Welcome to Blow the Whistle Sports with your man Kyle Jones, and of course, your panel today, your boy Mars, aka Marlon Beardo, the bearded weirdo, the Stellarosa Casanova, the Grey Wonder, and the Shud Knight of this podcast gang, and a special guest, the number one Seahawk fan on the planet, even more than Sierra, the one, the only Quay. Quay, how you doing today, brother?
Yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm good. I'm good. Ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about my Seahawks, man. I don't want to talk about the
Absolutely.
Cowboys. I want to talk about my Seahawks.
Absolutely. We're going to get into it. We are back from hiatus. I hope everyone is having a very happy and safe holiday season. And we're going to get into what you want, those damn sports. So, Kyle Jones, brother, how you doing today? And take us away.
I'm doing great. It feels good to go for a team that got 5 rings. Not too many teams got that.
When
I
was the
can't.
last time you got it
Yeah,
in?
I'm not even really excited about this game. It's an easy game. It's like playing a high school team. The team we playing sucks. It's the Seahawks. It's in Seattle, so that'll be tough. But y'all quarterback suck. I don't think DK Metcalf want to be there. Tyler Lockett, I don't know where he's at this year. Kenneth Walker is probably not even playing. Y'all defense sucks. Y'all coach is old. Nobody really wants to even go to Seattle. Who the hell want to visit Seattle? Everything just lines up for y'all to have a bad day. Dak is playing at MVP level. We'll talk about that later. But I predict them going for about 350 yards. I take that back. 250 yards. I think Pollard runs for 150. I think we slow the game down. We get out of there with a win since it's Thursday night football, and our defense shut y'all down. I mean, I don't know what we even talking about. There shouldn't even be an episode. I can't believe I wasted time on this. I could be talking about more important events in life, but Quay wanted this, so he's about to get the smoke.
So, what you guys are witnessing is a battle from the two biggest fans for these two respective teams. We're going to give you a little bit of background on what we're going into. So, obviously, Dallas and the Seahawks play this weekend. We're looking at the Kyle said it at the beginning of the season. It's recorded. You can go back on the episodes. He said his boys are going to win it all, and they look like they definitely are contenders. So we have the 8-3 Cowboys playing in AT&T Stadium, and then of course we got the 6-5 Seahawks. Cowboys are undefeated at homes. Seahawks just got smacked by the Niners last week. Is it going to be an upset? I don't know. But Quay has made a friendly wager. So, Quay, tell the people a little bit about the wager, and then we want to hear what your views. Kyle is saying I could hear the ether gunshots when he was talking about your team in the background. But what do you think? Tell the people about the bet, and then what do you think is going to go down this weekend?
All right. So the bet is when my Seahawks win, Cal Jones and Big Gerald has to wear Seahawks gear on a live episode. Now, if somehow my Seahawks don't win, they get everybody on After Dark gets their wishes, and I cut my hair completely off. That
Now,
is
for those who don't know and really can't see, my man has put the bright light to kind of hide. But there you go. You give the close up. We've had so it doesn't look that bad today, though, right? I'll be honest with you, it doesn't look that
it
bad
look better than somebody's. I ain't
today.
saying no name.
We're not that type of spicy sports show, but you know who you are. But Pat Beverly. But anyway, we Quay's had some challenges with the hairline. He's follically challenged, and we've been begging this man. Cal's Court spinoff show. We had a whole episode. Please check that out. It's one of the funniest episodes of the season. But we took him to trial for this, and even though he was found guilty, he's still rocking the struggle follicles. So if his Seahawks are victorious, Cal and Big Gerald going to be wearing that Seahawks gear, which is I know poison to their skin. But if Dallas wins, then we all get our wish, and I think it's a win-win for you. I think Quay's a win-win in this situation. But anyway,
I was
um, what do you think about this game? What do you think is going to happen?
I'm gonna be a real sports fan. It's gonna be tough for us, but the Dallas Cowboys in their recent history, they cannot beat a team that's above 500. They struggle against teams that are above 500. Dak Prescott, when he plays against teams that's above 500, plays mediocre. When he plays teams below 500, he looks like an MVP caliber. No, not MVP. He more looks like an elite quarterback in the NFL. The defense is it's spotty. Your guys' defense is spotty. All right. You guys' run game, eh, it's okay. You really all we got to do, only thing we got to worry about is the pass rush that you guys have, and that's Michael Parsons. That's all we got to worry about. We stop that. We are control that. We got to win. Okay. I K9 Kenneth Walker. He's probably not going to play. So you're gonna get a whole lot of Zach. All right. You're gonna get a whole lot of jet sweeps, and this is not gonna come just from Tyler, not just from DK. But you also forgot one other person in our wide receiver core, and that is our rookie JSN. Okay. You better put some respect on that boy's name. Okay, because he been cooking lately. Okay. Geno Smith. He did have a little elbow injury, but listen to Pete Carroll. He's 100%. He's ready, and we're gonna show the world on Thursday night why the Seattle Seahawks will beat the Cowboys that only have 5 Super Bowl rings in way back time. Okay, don't they're a non-factor. All right, they're not America's team. How are they America's team? Everybody in America don't even like them. Okay, all right, boring being this. Yeah, go to sleep, Kyle. All right, go to sleep. All right, because that's what you guys gonna be doing. A whole lot is a whole lot of sleeping. Okay, y'all gonna be on the bench sleep because y'all don't know how to figure it out. Okay, we're gonna blow y'all out in Texas. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you and Big Gerald with the Seahawks gear on. I can't wait.
Unfortunately, I think you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. I didn't hear any points that necessarily.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot of hope.
Yeah.
It was a lot of if we do this and if we do that and if we do that and if we do that, but I don't know what it was really based off. I mean, this is definitely a Thursday gotcha game, but at the end of the day, I have Dallas winning 31-21. I think it's going to be close, but I just think the Cowboys are too strong. I don't think it's going to be a blowout like they've had. I don't think it's going to be another game where Dak throws 4 touchdowns, but I think they're going to be able to defensively just overwhelm. I feel that line is going to overwhelm your quarterback. Geno's a little shaky, and I just don't see them losing this game. And like I said, it's a win-win for you because we get to see Michael Jordan shine. We're talking about that Charles S. Dutton ball. We're talking about that Steve Harvey after he took that toupee off ball. Like it's going to be a win for you, brother. You can welcome to the club.
Oh. I don't know, man. First name Mars. Do you even know any of the players that he named? Like that was so like
I mean, I'm gonna be
JS
honest. I didn't know Metcalf
Jigba?
was still playing. He's got to be 103 years old, but he was like our rookie, Jean Claude Van Damme. I was like, who? Plus one?
JSN
jet
from
sweeps.
Ohio State. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
All these other plays. All right, so let me just knock down all these horrible points that you made before I even move on. So you say Dak can't play against teams above 500. How did he play against
No.
the Eagles the other week? Because he looked elite that week.
All right, I give you that. He did look elite. But then again, it's just like no, because I can't say it's just like Seahawks versus 49 so that we saw that looked out. Um, you know, it's just some about Dak when it's 500 teams that's not in your guys' division. He struggles with. You
Okay.
understand?
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna go get a forklift so we can help you move the goalpost. So let me ask you another question. When Dak beat a playoff team that was above 500, who was that team he beat?
You talking about the old Tom the retirement Tom Brady?
No, I'm talking about the Seahawks
Oh, you talking about when
in the
he
playoffs.
when we knew we wasn't gonna win that game, we was
Oh, so
hoping.
now, oh, you changed your argument. I don't know this. I mean, you made an
No, no,
argument.
no,
Your point
no, no,
wrong.
no, 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 no. You bring that's old stuff. See, I know
You
you
didn't say
Cowboys
that.
fans. Y'all like to bring up old stuff. Old,
You didn't say nothing
old
about old
stuff.
stuff. You didn't say nothing. You said he don't play good against over 500. You didn't say this year. You
It's a
said,
proven fact. That is a proven fact that the Cowboys and Dak don't play good against above 500 teams.
but they beat your team in the playoffs.
Years ago, don't nobody care about that playoff because y'all didn't go to Super Bowl. Y'all didn't go to NFC Championship game that year either.
So can you give me some type of basis the judges on? Are we talking a year, 2 years?
I mean, we can go back to last year when you guys blown I don't forget how many point lead you guys had, a 17-point lead against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
What? But we beat the 40. We beat the Buccaneers in the playoffs.
Is that lag or is he frozen?
I think he frozen.
He moved into a room without Wi-Fi. Well, why we're talking about Seattle? What is it with the West Coast Wi-Fi? Four of our contributors are out on the West Coast in Washington. And this is not a shot for Washington State, but the short man, Quay, Big Gerald, and King Petty all reside in Washington. And they have some of the worst Wi-Fi sound quality connections. I don't know what the hell. He wasn't making any sense anyway.
He logged off because his points were bad.
They were bad points. He came out there. I think he was on the eggnog. Happy holidays to you, Quay. And did any of us did he give his page so we could tell her where to check it out?
I don't think so. I think he's streaming games or something.
Well, I think he's on I think he said Kickback or I know Twitch and something else. So check him out on Twitch, guys. Hopefully he'll come back on. But if you're ready to rock and roll, we can move on to the next subject.
All right, so next we're gonna talk about the NFL MVP. It's heating up. Ooh, a lot of candidates putting their hat in the ring, or whatever you call it. So you got the MVP, Mars.
Man, it's going to be close this year, man. This is probably the tightest MVP race going into week 13 that I've probably seen in a long, long time. And I think there's two that are absolute like neck and neck for me right now. Of course, my homeboy is as Shannon would say, Patrick Mahomes. He's it took him a while. He's thrown a little bit more interceptions than I like to see. But at the end of the day, right now, and then looking at the remaining of his schedule, he has the Patriots, the Bills, the Raiders, my Bengals, and the Chargers. I just see him finishing the season really, really strong and potentially getting that third MVP. And then my runner-up or 1A, whatever you want to say it, Jalen Hurts, man. 18 passing touchdown, 11 rushing, 10-1 right now. You can argue that he's the new face of the league. I think those two, it's going to be a quarterback, and I think it's going to be between those two. But at the end of the day, those last couple of games for Mahomes, that schedule, those past, I think that's going to give him enough to get over the hump, and I think he's going to get his third MVP this year.
Ooh. So I want to add something too to the last conversation. So my MVP right now is Jalen Hurts. Just the teams that he beat. He beat Mahomes. I mean, he's beating some hard teams. He beat the Cowboys, beat the Bills. He's beating the best quarterbacks when he faced them. I gotta give him credit for that. Mahomes looked good. I think he got a good chance. CJ Stroud for the Texans look good, but I think him being a rookie is going to hold him back. And I think Prescott is coming. I'm just putting it out there. I think he's coming. I didn't realize that game was in Dallas. I thought that game was in Seattle.
No, it's in Dallas.
Well, it's gonna be
That
bad.
was
Like Prescott at home is a different beast. I think he's gonna put an MVP performance up. I think he knows that he's close. Even Aaron Rodgers said yesterday that Prescott is his favorite quarterback to watch right now. Like he's playing the game perfect. I think Lamb complaining, saying that he's not getting the ball. Lamb showing that he's a top 5 wide receiver now. Ferguson and tight end is, I mean, Dak is in a groove. I ain't saying nothing, but he's gonna have his chance these last games. The Eagles coming up, the Dolphins. He's gonna have his chance. Can't forget Tua. I think he's in the conversation. But yeah, Jalen Hurts, even though I don't think he's like playing good, I haven't seen like a great Jalen Hurts game. He just seems to make the right plays
He's a
and clutch.
winner, man. He
Yeah,
doesn't have to do it any particular way. He's just going to win. And he can do it with his feet. He can do it with his arm, do it with his smarts. He's a winner. He's not going to put up those crazy numbers, but he's just going to win. And at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for. Winner and to be available.
yeah.
Joe Burrow, I'm talking to you. I didn't have any hopes this season, but
Oh, sending shots at Oh, well, he ain't throwing for touchdowns. You getting Lamar Jackson?
yeah, you know. And Deshaun Watson also got injured. It was, shout out to Deshaun. He might need to get some rehab, physical therapy, some massages, maybe. I don't know.
But I definitely think I can't wait to see who win it. Like it's gonna come down to the last week. There's no blowaway winner.
No, it's no one. Usually by this time, barring any type of injury. And like I said earlier, this is probably the closest race I've seen, and probably 5 or 6 years, easy for me, as far as this late in the season.
I agree. So we done lost Quay, so I guess we good on that. So I know you've been waiting for this. Here we go.
Oh man, Giddey and the Kitties. Oh no, say it ain't so. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Gentlemen, if you haven't learned from the great Robert Kelly prior to his conviction, you can't mess with minors. It's always a lose lose. I understand he is a young man himself. He's young enough to be my child, but at the same time, you still can't mess with someone else's child. Now, obviously, this is allegedly. We don't want to blow the whistle off the air, but things are looking bad for Josh Giddey. So I'm going to paint the picture for you guys. He's 21 years old. He's a millionaire. He can have access to pretty much any woman in the world, and he decides that he wants the kinder camp. It's very, very creepy. And obviously, there's some things that have come out, and more information has come out since the alleged. But the TikTok generation is even more reason why you should, beside it being legally and ethically wrong, that you guys have to leave these young girls alone. This is the TikTok generation, and that's how he got caught up. She's out there on TikTok doing what a 15-year-old is supposed to do. There's no blame on her. She still has a child's mind, but she's doing what a kid does, and she's putting, I just blanked Josh Giddey, and he's in the picture. That's him. That's clear. I know we live in the days of AI and a lot of digital manipulation, but nah, she had like an iPhone 6. That was him. Clearly. Now they've also found recently tickets where he got right by her high school, where he was driving in the high school, which puts him in the place. All the picture, all the physical evidence, everything is supporting that. He did that. But the problem right now is that the family and the alleged victim is mom's the world. Have they probably been cut a check by the folks at OKC? Yeah, I'm sure they have been. Plus, they may not want to have their daughter embarrassing sexual details at 15 years old being exposed worldwide. So obviously it wasn't a situation where consent was the issue, but at the end of the day, when they're that young, they just don't have the ability to give consent. So my boy Josh Giddey, OKC is winning right now. He's a big part of that. I think he had a bright future, but if this goes out to be true and the evidence points that it is true, then I need to see triple what John Morant got. I need to see, this he needs to be gone for a significant amount of time, because we're talking about essentially, this is pedophilia. It's no other way to face it. And I know there are going to be some arguments saying, well, he met her in a nightclub for 21 years old, and yeah, I can understand that. But when you have that much of a future and that much to lose, just saying I met her in a nightclub, you need to know who you're dealing with. You need to know the information. Just because you're drinking and partying and she looks good, you need to do some research. I mean, we all do, but when you have that much to lose, you definitely need some to do some research before you're going on doing what Dwight said and putting his wood where he wants. So I think Josh Giddey and the Kitties, I think it's over for him. I think it's over for him. And I want to see what the NBA does. Right now, I haven't really liked their response. They've kind of been like, "Oh, we're letting them play. We're gonna." I've never seen the NBA wait until things pan out, and too often. But what do you think, Kyle? What do you think about its choices, and what do you think the NBA should do and is currently doing?
I ain't even this type of person, but this is what's funny to me, and this is obvious. Kyrie Irving said something that they disagree with, suspended ASAP. Um, John Morant puts up a symbol of him acting like he mean shooting a gun or whatever, suspended ASAP. I can name a whole bunch of stories of people suspended ASAP, been suspended without being found guilty yet. Just that we don't want the thug image, portrayed in the NBA, and people get suspended ASAP. But I'm just now hearing this story from ours. Like, why is this? Well, I'm not hearing this story everywhere. Like, what's going on where this is super serious and I'm not hearing this? I'm not saying nothing. I'm not this person, but I bet if it was a name that ring bells, if it was I'm not even gonna say LeBron, if it was a Devin Booker or somebody like that, I think the story would be everywhere. I heard more about Zion Williamson, and that was just them airing out their own personal business. I've
Yeah.
heard more about Dwight Howard, and that was just them airing out their own personal differences. I don't hear about this, man. I don't know. Something's really, like you said, sneaky or suspicious going on that I don't know. I hope some people start calling out. I did see something about Dez Bryant calling out Malika Andrews of the NBA, saying that you had so much to say about Brandon Miller. I think his name Brandon Miller when the season started, but you had nothing to say about Josh Giddey, and she was pretty much forced to say something. But why not? If everybody's talking about empowerment and all of this, y'all not going to say nothing about a dude that's messing with a minor? Well, allegedly, whatever. Like you said, all the evidence is there. He's in a picture with her. I've seen people get suspended for just being in a picture with somebody that smoked weed or just being in the environment or whatever. And y'all have nothing to say about this? Man, something seemed funny.
No, man, not and I hadn't even really thought about that element, but you're absolutely right. Josh Giddey is like the poster board of what you want America to look. He's averaging, I think, 12, 5, and 6. Numbers are a bit down this year, but still a crucial element. He's a good-looking kid. He looks like white America's dream boy, your favorite frat boy. And these, we all know, and this isn't a political show, this is a show about sports, but we all know like that when we were in college, there was some frat guy behavior that these guys looked at high schoolers. We all know that's a fact. So, I mean, 21 years old, he's old enough to be in college. And so I understand mentally he's still a young kid where he thinks, oh, she's in high school. It's okay. But, bro, it's not okay. I understand every state has different age of consent. Every country have different age of consent. But I don't think there's anywhere, hopefully, in this country, and correct me if I'm wrong, legal ease uh, out there, if 15 is a legal age anywhere. I mean, dude, that is a child. As a 40-plus-year-old man, like the thought of a 21-year-old and a 15-year-old is super creepy to me. So, and to be as dumb to be caught in video, this is the same judgment. Technically, what John Morant did was not illegal.
Thank you.
This is a state, and I think you mentioned it before in a prior episode. This is a country where we're all about Second Amendment rights. I was really shocked that the NRA didn't step up and defend the man's rights, but that's for another episode. So to see, as you mentioned, players for just being in the wrong room with the wrong people be called thugs and be banned and suspended when this guy at least suspend and will investigate. At the very minimum, he's still out there playing.
Yeah.
And just hitting them with the, oh, I understand your question, but I'm not prepared to answer right now. What is there to answer? Did you or did you?
Right.
It's a very simple question. So it's looking bad, but what's looking worse is this double treatment that, I didn't even think of that element, but when you bring it up, now it actually makes me angry a little bit.
Yeah, and bad part about, man, we're not even those type of people. I just thought
No.
that's out there, and I don't know. Maybe like you said, the other one brings more ratings. Like, so when you can just pile on the Kyrie, which I mean, some of the stuff he did say some bad things, but it's not as bad as this. Like, it's somebody's words against actually somebody's actions, and for some reason, people put more emphasis on words and being hurt by that than somebody actually doing an action. Than the parents not saying nothing, um, Adam Silver not saying nothing. You always in front of everything else. Like, you always
Yeah.
got the hop in front of everything else. Not going to say nothing. Team not going to say nothing. Okay.
Yeah, it's just interesting. And like I said, I do believe in innocent until proven guilty. I do believe that people's life shouldn't be wrecked until they had their day in court. But that never happens for anything but for some select privileged people that society seems to let's see how things pan out. Other people like I mean, obviously he's not a sports star, but for example, the actor Jonathan Majors, I mean, he's lost so many roles over accusation that seems demonstratively false. They've had videos of like the girl partying and everything, and he's still going to trial. I'm like, dude, she's not hurt. Here it is. This shouldn't even be a situation that's going to trial. So it just seems like in America, maybe because the NBA statistically is primary African American, maybe it's more salacious with it's one of those players. But I mean, for Josh Giddey to still be able to play is a little shocking to me. I mean, as soon as that picture comes out and the Twitter comes out, you would think the team would say, "Hey, we're not even going to wait to the NBA to suspend you. We're going to disguise." It's not like it's SGA, like the main player of the day. This is a guy that's giving you 12, 5, and 6. Like I said, okay numbers. So I don't know who he owes or who he knows, but it's super weird to me that we haven't heard more about this case. And like I said, it rhymes. Giddy and the Kitties. Like, come on, get on it.
But shit, and then from everywhere. I mean, I'm not gonna say I haven't heard it because I'm like, even on first take, like it's not the lead story. Like Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. always got so much to say when it's everybody else, especially when it's John Morant. Kyrie Irving, they got so much to say about somebody's opinion or action or whatever. Nothing. Not like you said. Now we wait until innocent until proven guilty. Now we're not touching nothing. I'm with that. I'm with that whole sentiment, like you said, innocent until proven guilty. Just do it. Use it for everybody, but don't use it when we can pile on this person and they can bring ratings in. And I don't even like Kyrie Irving, but fair is fair. And I don't see fair right now.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. And with the whole Kyrie Irving situation, I really looked at the end of the day, and to me, that was a modern day butt breaking. What they tried to do with Kyrie. I do not support anti-Semitism. I do not support hate of any kind, and neither does this show. But at the end of the day, all Kyrie did was share a tweet. He's not Amazon. He didn't make the movie. He didn't write the movie. He didn't star in the movie. He didn't even say in the tweet, "I recommend this movie." He just tweeted a movie. Just tweeted a movie and almost lost his career, lost his endorsements, lost respect, was called a hateful man for just tweeting a movie. I'm like, nothing happened to the director, nothing happened to the writer, nothing happened to the people that started it. More importantly, nothing happened to the distributor, Amazon. Jeff Bezos is just sitting here. I'm sure the sales probably went up because I had never heard of the movie. And I'm sure if I had never heard of it, there's some people that's like, oh, I would like to hear some hatred. You know, they put more press for the negative element just to break this guy. When we have this guy, that the evidence, once again, I say allegedly to protect us legally, but I mean, look at the damn evidence. I don't know when video evidence wasn't enough, R. Kelly.
I don't know, man. It's like they want one certain type of player to conform to something else, so they get on them fast, and they make sure you're gonna come into work, dressed up pre-game. Like all of this is stupid. You're gonna do this, and all this. You're gonna act like this. You're gonna talk to the media and all this and that. And I guess the other person already acts like that, so it's nothing for them to conform to. So they, like you said, now you got the perfect like American guy, and now they're trying to cover it up. This should be everywhere. This should be on TNT. This should be on everywhere. Like I said, if the evidence, even if you're not even saying that he did it, it's just that it's alleged. Like how you not talking about it?
Yeah, I can assure you, if this was Ja Morant or Zion or any of those other players, Wimby or anything like that, and they had been caught with a minor, oh, it would be the end. They would have. I don't know if Giddey has any Air Giddies out there, but any endorsements would already been lost. But once again, we have Captain America that can hoop, so we're going to give him grace. I just hope that grace is extended when the Nets athlete is accused of something. Nets celebrity, Nets human being. I hope we can have that same grace that we're giving Mr. Giddey. And like I said, if you didn't do it, then I'm sorry you got caught out there, bro. You still got to be careful. You shouldn't even be in a situation where it's a question. If I've always been one to say err on the side of caution. If there's a question, then you shouldn't even be asking it. You shouldn't even be in an environment where you can ask, is this girl, And the first thing I would have noticed when she start pulling out her phone all the damn time, but he's also that generation. He probably does the same thing. Obviously, John Morant does. So maybe it's just the people under 25. Maybe you guys need to put your damn phones down.
We know what I think it's going to do him in, and like you said, still we're gonna say allegedly. I wouldn't be surprised if other people seen them together. Like I can see some stupid like that where, like you said, he's been around the school or whatever, or picked her up, and other people have seen them together. And I think that's what's going to do him in.
Yeah, I can assure you, if she's bold enough to tweet or Instagram or TikTok it or however she sent it out that she F Josh Giddey, she told all of her friends.
Yep.
The school probably knew. We were in high school and we knew how things got around, and this was just regular people doing things. So I can assure you, high school has not evolved that much in the last 30 years or 20 years since I've been out of high school. So I can assure you that she probably shared footage, she shared videos, multiple people have it, and even if they've been paid off, the parents, and that's what I do believe. I do believe that a nice check came their way, and they're gonna say, "Hey, let's protect this guy." But there's gonna be other people that are just motivated that want to see the world burn, and if they have that information, it's getting out there. And I think ultimately, it's going to become so much, and it's going to be so just demonstrably proven that he did this, their hands are going to be forced, and that's when it's going to get bad.
So I guess we'll say what we think should happen to him once we find out the result, especially if he did it, like what we think the suspension or I guess consequences or anything would be for a future episode.
Yeah, it's going to be more evidence. It's a story that I hope some other outlets pick up on, and let's just this is going to be a good lesson because these NBA players are younger and younger. They're getting with the NIL deals. It's not even NBA players. These college players are now making millions. And when you're at college, there's going to be college parties. And when there's a college party, there's a high school girl. So you need to be careful because unfortunately, that's just the reality of it.
That's true. I just never understood that though. I can tell a 15-year-old girl. I don't care what party I would be at. I can tell somebody's 15.
Yeah, it's and so can the guys that are guilty can tell, but it could because it's a mentality. I don't care how physically grown she looks. A 15-year-old mind to a 21-year-old mind that's especially been in the NBA and has probably lived more. He knew, oh, this is a kid. He just didn't care. He didn't think there would be any repercussions. He didn't think he would be caught. The moment she would have took a selfie, that phone would have been like yoink. I'm like, you're not even this guy's not even smart enough to be creeps, good creeps. R. Kelly was able to creep for 30 years before he got caught. Diddy was able to creep for 30 years before he got caught. That deadline is now shrunk significantly because of social media. So these guys have to be careful. And if I'm you, I'm going to the 40-year-old cougar club to date. If I'm 21 years old, I need grandmas only.
He's stupid. But I think, man, that was a good episode. I think that's all we got.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate y'all for watching Cal Jones Sports, Blow the Whistle Sports. Man, it's been great. Once again, we hope you guys are having a great holiday season. We've got more sports content coming. Also, check all the sister channels, Mars Entertainment, the King Petty. No, I'm sorry, it's been changed to what's it called?
Petty Smoke with Petty.
Ill Vision Entertainment. Check out Ill Vision Entertainment. Hopefully Off Punishment, we'll be getting some more episodes from that, maybe 2025, 26. We're looking for around that time. Of course, keep checking out this channel that you're watching right now. Subscribe, like, comment. We appreciate y'all for watching.
Peace.
Deuces. Lakers.